Yo, you know what it do? It's your girl D with an exclamation mark, no double E's. Every day, all day, the whole day, honey. Kalibisa Gidineo Ratune. And of course, welcome to the Angry Black Women podcast. Hagasa Makelewani today. I've also got guests on this episode. And on this episode, we're going to be talking everything girls. Kaspanya Vestu Kidavar. Basari. But anyway, let's say my guests over here. But let me introduce her one by one.
Oh, hi. I'm the dark and beautiful Bella, all the way from Town.
Yes.
Hi, I'm the lovely, loud Tia_Afro, Tiamo. Peace out.
What up, baby?
Hi, I'm Tabile. I'm all the way from Mufking. And yeah.
Yeah. So Renale, the lovely Bella, the lovely Miss Tia Tiamo, and Ray Tabile, all the way from Mafika and Kaufela. So yeah, you be like today we're gonna be talking about girls. Basari. And just to start it off, I want us to talk about how you find that women relate with each other. What are your experiences in terms of relating with other women? Is it because maybe you grew up with boys, or maybe you grew up with a lot of women, and then this is how you find yourself relating with other women?
Before I start, remember Beyonce, who ran the world, girls.
Yes.
But anyways, I hear you. For me personally,
Yeah.
I relate with girls, but we for each other as girls.
Mm-hmm.
So I prefer most of the time chilling with guys, but it's nice to have girlfriends too, which is nice but very difficult.
Yeah.
Because it's like we women, we always want to speak, and whatever that I say goes as a woman. That's the time I feel like I'm powerful, or that's how I relate to girls actually.
So banyana banale drama nyana.
Banale drama engata yang. Yo, too much drama. I understand why men would be like, yo mara banyana limudumo.
Yeah.
Guys could do that.
Yeah.
So that's girls for you.
Mm-hmm. And you? How do you find?
Okay, how I relate with women. Well, now personally, I grew up with guys, so I had a lot of guy friends growing up. Thus, this far, I'm very comfortable with guys because I've lived to. I'm a firstborn number one, Puchai. For Papa, I'm a firstborn princess, and I believe he grew me, like he raised me in a sense that he was hoping to get a baby boy, I guess.
Yeah.
So it was just too much of masculinity, finally. And then I found myself in the sports sabashimani, and loving company abashimani. But as much as kirata, that part, the feminine side of me, Lord, it's just yearning to be with ladies, like, because guys, they're just simple, we just simply say no and then disagree. You understand? Or we disagree to agree to disagree.
Yeah.
With girls, it's like, I don't chance ring up, like, Mat, I'm a big give but a hug.
Yeah.
Are you okay?
Ice cream, maybe.
Maybe you have different thoughts, Rita.
I feel like relating with women, it's like my main issue is like I love and sitting with girls the most because like I find comfort in like sharing each and everything that I have, or maybe problematic to me.
Yeah.
I'm like, maybe I should like speak to my girls because girls are much more, they could put you to ease in a certain way.
Yeah.
Until like you come to a point where you just get relaxed and like share everything. But as you're saying, banyana batinyela go na case.
Yeah.
Mona is always something physical, like a friendship, like for petty things matter.
So, I like something that you said. You said that, you love how you relate with women because they calm you down.
Yeah.
And I wish it's something that women had for each other, because one thing that I picked up from the responses to the ladies, I get along with girls, but girls are so jealous. Girls are
girls
like
never give us that opportunity in the platform. We could get to a point whereby I can tear up my whole way.
Yeah.
Without not feeling the need maybe with talk about the minute thinking I'm tearing up with a strange girl, come on, I think guess what? You can let it all out.
Yeah.
Funny enough.
Yeah.
But with your girls, it's not easy to just go like,
how do you not then perhaps say, take that strange girl that you tear up to and make her your friend. Because you know something about friends is they come and go. You understand? Sometimes you realize as you get to know a person that this is actually not the person I thought they were.
True.
You know, and this is perhaps maybe she gave me a false impression of who she is. And I'm the true color no, this is just not the person I thought you were. So I don't think we can be friends. It's kinda attached to because I love girls. You know, I love girls.
Yeah.
And obviously there's girls that I feel like, okay, I would hang out with them and I wouldn't hang out with, but it's not because necessarily perhaps maybe I just feel misplaced around them, you know.
You have your own people.
Yeah, so sometimes it's just not my vibe or my kind of person, but I'm not like, because she's a girl, you know. However, I do notice that a lot of girls are like, and I'm thinking to myself, but how do guys have a better experience of women when women have much more harsh experiences with each other?
Exactly. And you know, sometimes I stare at you, I'm adoring you.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I think we should just say that, you know, to me, cutie, and that's why you would see, okay, the person almost really like is gonna be comfortable, and then
yeah.
I think we, as women, we need to heal the perspective of how we look at each other.
Yeah.
As women,
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
so that we can heal the girlfriend sisterly hoodship.
Yeah.
You know,
building trust.
Yeah, building trust.
issues. We've
Definitely.
got serious trust issues. Because when I got the color with our girlfriends,
Yeah.
your best step, bomba. I was ready there, like, I'm sure. Hey, any other guy but him. Why? Why?
Yeah, it's a bit tough. And I think this brings us also back to, you know, societal imaging and societal standards. You mentioned something that, you know, I think is triggering to a woman's mind earlier. And you said, makeup artist guy, you know, and I'm thinking, maybe Christabella will test the makeup, and then you feel maybe a little bit under pressure. Damn, I don't look as good.
Yes.
You know, maybe I should have,
You know,
keep pushing Kenyana a little bit better. So it all goes back to societal, you know, societal standards and how a woman is perceived or expected to emerge. So
for them to say that she's perfect.
Yeah.
And stuff,
So when we talk about that, you know, what is it that makes you feel like, you know, you're not up to par with other women? Do you compare yourself to other women and think, yo, my bum is not big enough, I don't have boobs, hey, I'm not pretty enough, hey, Shinkwaka is so, like, how do you feel about that? And what is your general maybe perception of how you think you would want that to change?
Not for one. I'm a beautician by profession. So yes, I'm into makeup.
Yeah.
Although and hair, nails and all that.
Mm-hmm.
But really, I prefer just being natural because all of these things get challenged.
Yeah.
Get nago.
Yeah.
You know, and I'm a mother of three. So unfortunately, I don't really necessarily have that much time.
Yeah.
Because if I had to wake up early in the morning and do makeup and install my wigs, I think I would have to take 2 hours.
Yeah.
So I have to wake up 2 hours earlier to get ready before I prepare the kids. Oh, no, I'm not about that life. I love my life very simple.
It's a lot of
You understand? So, and I love and appreciate women. Like, really, I sometimes question myself.
Yeah.
Are you straight? Or
Hey.
pansexual? Or show me what is it? Because I would look at a lady and be like, whoa, you so gorgeous. Like, bontle ba tlhago ka Setswana when you put it nicely. Gore mara batho mo itse modimo o tsere nako a go bopa le wena o itseela matsapa o ti jushapa. I appreciate that.
Yeah.
I've got nothing against somebody's gonna put on their lace weave and she's pretty.
Yeah.
But because of even if I like I inside, she'll still be pretty.
Yeah.
So makeup, installation, nails, they don't necessarily define.
So you never feel under pressure.
No, not at all. So long as you are comfortable and I'm comfortable in my own skin, we are cool. Please, Nje, I love you, you love me, love yourself, I love myself. Awesome. Because we said, go bontshela gore wa ithata, we itsetse matsapa. Number one. Le nna go bontsha gore ke le tsaya serious, ke itsetse matsapa, ke happy ke nkga monate, ke batla gore kgantlenyana bontsho. Understand? Yes, you take
Amazing. Well, coming to my side, I love that question because it's like I'm happy to be expressing what I am.
Yeah.
So to me personally, I don't get pressure ya go feel hore I need to be wearing makeup all the time or what. I love myself when I have makeup on. I love myself when I don't have makeup on. I love myself when I have my natural afro hair and I just look cute. I know. I never want to put myself in a situation where I want to compare myself to Brian. I want to compare myself to D. D was in the you understand? And she's happy about it. Why give a imitate the D? What do I love? That's what I do. So I just go. Okay, chemi today o batla ga mini skirt, apara mini skirt gore mang a re banyana ba mini skirt ba etsang. You're gonna wear a mini skirt and Kausani you're gonna wear a long dress. And which is something that I get. Most of my friends haven't been like So actually my advice that I always say to people is that on the other side of that door, what is that person doing for him or her to be getting whatever they're getting? Sit comfortable where you are. Make yourself look good and with whatever that you have. Don't put yourself pressure to want to look like Kim Kardashian. Come on.
But Rita, I'm pretty sure you've heard the story since you hang out with a lot of women. You know, and it's not something that we obviously want to express as women, but we have to be real about it. I wish I could do my makeup like Christabella because I'm really bad at this. And I could do like a tomboy, you know. So from your perspective, do you feel like there's a lot of social pressure onto women to look a certain way?
Well, yes. Like, out of a scale of 100, I would say 80% of it.
Yeah.
Because, like, banyana, like, women are certain human beings where they just like to show up. We all want to look there, the moment, like living it, like within that moment. So I feel like we just have to put ourselves in a way, wake up and look nice. Even if you're wearing makeup or not, just tell yourself, I am beautiful. You know, have that, like that thin or thick skin. I can do this and I am beautiful. You don't need to compare yourself to okay, now sometimes I do feel like, maybe I would, Mariano, sometimes I would say, just accept yourself for who you are and what God made you be, or the way I was structuring be you.
But wait, can I ask something? When coming to the BBLs and boobs and everything, I feel like it's not a problem as a woman if you feel like you want to have fat ass. It's not like you are adhering to a social standard that men love fat ass. It's not that. It's something that you are comfortable on. I mean, I love boobs. I would do a boob job.
But for me, hence I was saying that it's not necessarily about men. It's a social standard. This is how a woman is expected to look. Or when you ask a random person maybe and they say to you, my ideal woman is a woman with curves, with brains, with a nice body. You understand? So these are obviously socially constructed ideologies of how a woman must appear. I'm actually because
I'm gonna come off to you and say, I mean, it's not like, first of all, I'm going to change. I'm going to have kids and change. Most of us, we do. Some of us, we don't. A few of us. And then, when I die, it's not like, in a slender, so baby, kindly accept me for who I am. And I can bring my personality to the table. If, as I always say, you know, I mean, you'll take your slim body, nice fit calves. It will be written on your tombstone. It won't. So can we just be realistic about life and have a better vision of what can two people bring probably in a relationship as we want to build like a
We're talking about girls, women, right?
yeah.
You know what? I don't know if I should say correct or maybe it's the way when you prefer it.
Okay.
If we talk about men giving us social standards and then because it's slender, you need to accept me the way I am. You need to love me the way I am. No.
Okay, so doesn't the love part begin with you? Because I think even before you start thinking of another person's love for you,
Just for
you
you.
need to love yourself.
True.
I
But
think if it's a you won't be able to love anybody else.
Yeah.
You won't be able to attract love.
Like,
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah.
And you can't be expecting somebody to love you when else I mean, you're very much selfish. But I don't know is your move.
okay, so while we're still on that, let's talk about body shaming. Something that's very hard, and sometimes it's very much possible to body shame yourself without being body shamed by other people. What are your experiences? Share with me your experiences. I can even start, with me. I grew up as Dodla, like Dodla guys. Ne? I was the most confident girl ever, but I had booty insecurities. My stomach is too big. My thighs are too big. Back when I grew up, slender mapensela never gets tired unless the owner is what. Those were the narratives, and I would only get hit on Kawincha because they're like, yo, hey, Kobo, hey, what? So it made me very bitter to a certain extent because then now I couldn't say to guys, I'd then now look at them and that's where I got the confidence to say no. The whole year, but only because winter now, all of a sudden you feel like,
You need
yeah, so that's where I grew the confidence to say no to guys. But then at the same time, I used to body shame myself. I'd go through it, start jogging for a month with friends, and then the friends fall off, and then now I can't jog anymore. I lose 2 kgs, I gain 10, So it was always like that. Although now I'm in my best body yet. So yeah, I mean, I've had such things. So body shaming, when we talk about body shaming yourself, have you been body shamed? Have you experienced your own personal body shaming?
Well, with me, I think it's a similar situation because I grew up a fat girl. I mean, thick thighs forever, all the while, But in primary, the good part about that is that we grow up with big bodies. And I think I grew up in a space where my circle of friends, we were all chubby and we had, So either way, sometimes to whether we were in primary or what, so I think I would love to even thank the kind of circle of girls that we had because like we were putting each other forward. Nobody's gonna tell you because stomach and now you look like you had a child or whatever. Embrace it. If so with me, I wouldn't say body shaming I know I look cute and then you tell me what I don't care and I
Yeah. And that's something that's personal.
Yeah.
Because it takes a lot for you to say to yourself, whatever you think of me, I mean, it's me. Whether you accept it or not, if you don't accept it, it's your problem.
Exactly, D, because we've been talking about slender girls and stuff. Thing is, but 2 minutes is slender or sharp. 2 minutes obese. What's one time? So
easily experiencing body shaming.
My own personal body shaming. Like growing up, I was a different girl down there. So get to go to boarding school most of my time. I have a younger sister. I've got cousins and stuff, and we take baths. But I'm like, but why am I so different? These girls are just punapunis are nice and cute. My kids, guys, excuse me. So and then now I was like, man, I look. weird. So it got to me in my late 20s when I realized I need to embrace this and deal with it.
Yeah.
So I mean, I can't be having these standards. To think really, I stopped. I call it quits more career ne ke batla go enjoy that during nako ya ka prime ya ka go tsena gore you can be a model whether you short, you fit, or you what. During those times, now I was just insecure about that powerful. By the time you apara a swim where they're gonna see it.
Yeah.
They're gonna notice.
Yeah.
You see, so that was the one thing that I had to deal with. Right now, I'm confident. I don't have my camel toe, and I'm like, okay, today is camel toe day.
Yeah.
I'm fine. I'm cool. Whether people like it or not, I'm sorry. Excuse my Greek guys. But yes, that was my own personal body shaming.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I haven't, unless it's me trying to put myself in an awkward situation where you don't skin, you don't have that body.
Yeah.
Some days, but banana, and when you just slender, don't you think like men want more than
More than what
so
you
I'm like,
have.
sometimes I'm like, man, let me not think of going there and just try to be me and focus on being myself because it starts with me and how I think I'm looking. So I just feel like it's me. So I don't have to compare myself with or put myself in a situation where I'm not certain, but I'm certain about it. So that's my view.
Yes, we didn't go to Turkey for BBL. Go to Turkey for BBL.
The people that have it naturally. Now I'm going to go to Turkey for a
Amazing. Amazing. I would love to see that day.
Now I'm afraid of
the after effect.
the
Oh.
knife. Like I've given birth naturally, whether under pressure, emergency, I can't.
No way.
All right.
Hey, piercings, no problem. But
gossip. Often I hear very much that girls gossip, and I don't know if it's because they're vindictive, if it's because if it's because hell hath no fury like a woman scorned, or whatever the case may be, However, I don't know. In my interactions with human beings in general, I have found that, but besides that, I've also found that women also gossip, and their context of gossip is always about somebody else, and it creates a lot of conflict. But how do you deal with finding yourself in a place where there's gossip that's happening and you don't want to indulge, or it's about somebody that you know? You understand? And do you believe that vele basadi ke batho le propaganda, they always have a mission behind that gossip?
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah.
Firstly, we know where it starts. It starts in the confidence. If I don't have confidence, I'm gonna look for a problem on the next person, which is more gossipy simolang teng e busimola e kere yo di bona o nagana o montle le ena di ka go ha o khone go discipline tshweme ya gago be ke and like that's how girls are. I don't understand.
So you think it's because they're vindictive?
Yes, that is a seed in your head, and then you give it. You pass it contagious.
Yes.
So obviously it's out of spite. It's never because of a good thing. Because the thing about it is, sometimes what people are gossiping about is not something that's exactly pleasant. I think we referred to a superstar some time ago, una dropile something, and the way girls are talking about that incident,
as if they don't know who
this can also happen to me. So they've got no hold on her, but that's at the end of the day. What is the whole point of them gossiping and saying all of that? So, about spiteful or what?
Gossip, I think gossip is for people who are bored and who've got time for nothing.
I've got time to look at people's life.
To look at another person's life. What about your problems? What about you? Okay, now let's.
So you think it's an escape?
Yes.
From your own problems.
It must be an escape. Because if I can take time, Dineo, to think and you like to take my
Create a
focus from me and orchestrate a story alone and assume things, and after that and just go like, yo, Bella baby, you know that you know ABC. Come on. I've got my own issues. I've got me to take care of. I even forgot to fix my hair. I even forgot to brush my teeth. So you need to first check yourself before you can even talk about somebody else. And you might find when you say, why did you think of that? How did you get there?
And you asked about how do you deal with a situation where you're sitting in a space.
caught in the middle.
Yeah. Honestly, Nana, if I see that, why am I somebody or something saying, oh, has to if I 1 million in the future. I just try to be like, I get like as something shifting topic because I'm still chilling and enjoying. Think of something that will just,
So you deflect.
Honestly, I do. Okay, why you see the other story or side why you trying to gossip about this? I see me for like if you want the news, someone to move face you know. So gossip is not gossip is about to come around life, and I don't like and I hate. You're sitting around people who gossip.
Guys,
Get juicy and get tea.
This is very controversial.
When you are in a relationship with partner, you know, and legally it's gossip to a certain degree.
So, no,
that is a no. I can see girl code when I look over do.
Yeah.
You don't do that. You don't. Because I know how to say, well, I'm 1, 2, 3, 7, 8, 9. No ways.
I don't concern for my when it's none. Hey. Just saying, what's snooping out go next door?
No. Those are the gossip stories. Not that Mona. Yes.
Okay. No. All right. Ke utlwa ke ele ya go monate ele ya go no kometso ka fenster go bo itlela mamang a tlola le bota by mistake. So let's talk about men and women. Like how we relate together as women via men. But guys, we shouldn't. It's not a secret, right? You find out that Abuti Steven is talking to me, or we're conspiring to get together, and then Christabella came in squeezy, and then Tiamo was somewhere in the in-betweens. We find out later, and we don't decide to confront Steven about it. You understand?
We want to fight.
We are fighting amongst ourselves.
Can I tell you what me and my girls do?
Yeah.
If you don't send the last screenshot, chomi bona mang on text you. Kamo planela after mo. Kiri bona chomi. Wakumira yana. I feel like leko bashimaning lorona as girls. Remansa bashimani.
Yeah.
As much as you feel le bone that side ba khona go feel oh shabongwana feel wa re dala a re modaleng. So we as women re batla go ba banna ko pele, not forgetting friendship like ina lone. So come to me, my G. We
Yeah.
It's
It's practical with you and your girls, but I mean, say I'm not part of your crew, but we know each other and we hang out from time to time. You know, I'm not your girl like that. So re kopantse ke Steven and like re kopantse rona re find out Steven Ikio. You understand? I walk away with the idea that and like Steven one trailer, but also at the same time I want to fight you because you're taking my man.
Chemi, I'm gonna fight you if you knew.
Yeah.
If you knew that is my man.
I'm definitely gonna fight you. Very wrong.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. That I didn't know, but we find out eventually together, and we want to fight. We're not confronting the man.
No. We are not going to fight. Yeah, I as I said late, I want to tell you guys. No. Hush. I understand. You took out your heart. You took out. Can we come together? I keep saying yes, because of this guy. Clearly, he tried to tear us apart.
Yeah.
So, but I
mean, put yourself in a
just as
position.
much as I'm a victim.
Yeah, put yourself in a position where you're the main girl and you find out about me.
Show me he's not right.
And you find out about me and you really love this person. I mean, girls want to run away from their feelings the whole time. And most of the time, our emotional intelligence is not even up to par because we think with our hearts and we don't use our brains. Like, but I love him. I've seen so many girls fall into that trap where they are circulated around this guy. I've been with this guy 18 years. 18 years.
No.
And he comes and does this. And you still go back and forgive him. You still go back and forgive him. And after forgiving him.
From an experience.
Yeah.
I've went from a toxic, like seriously toxic, abusive relationships. Whereby a nigga would isolate me from the Chomitaka. And
Weird.
we got the second guy. I realized, I noticed it immediately. There'll be that girl all over me. She'll come back, Ali. Fight, man. So from these people, it starts off like that, and then taking you out from your support system, your neighbors, your
that was what the guy did.
Yes, that's what the guy does. And then from there, he starts making you feel like, you know what, you can see you're all by yourself. I'm your only savior. So without me, you absolutely nothing. That's when you go like, oh, I'd rather leave all this guy because, hey, Huachana Dino is going to be here today and then come I'm always with him.
Yeah.
Are you going to give me kids?
That's exactly
So, but
what
then
it
until
is.
you get to heal from that position, as much as I love him, I have to put myself first.
Yeah.
I have to love myself more. And nka se ke ka re ke rata motho o mongwe nna ke palelwa ke go ithata ke palelwa ke go ikentsha from this situation ena ntsenya mo go yone at all times. Understand? So yes, you need to learn to choose ourselves. I've healed. I've learned for like ithata more. No yana o tla ka nonsense. I'm sorry. I'm not willing to settle
Let's
down.
talk about before you healed, because I think that's
that's
the one
fantastic.
point. Before you healed, you would still find yourself, and you would find yourself in that same predicament.
True.
You haven't healed, and then now
Hey.
You know
now, I get about girls fighting each other for that.
Yeah.
Now, if you approach me, or you wanna know what's happening there,
Yeah.
and then approach attitude,
Yeah.
okay, sharp. I I'll show you that I can keep this man. That's the attitude that I'm getting. But if my G, this is happening and happening. Let's deal with it. Matter how feel much please.
So you're always ready for war.
I'll stoop that low, my child. I'll stoop that
These
low.
black women are really angry. You heard it on Black Women First. How like I had to choose Bona. Ready for war. But no, you never very long time most of the time.
That's what they say.
I wanna fix this narrative. We as ladies, we love each other. It's
Yeah.
just that men always find the ways to come in between us. And baba few, so chances share. Hey, understand.
Do you have while you're on that, do you have any ideas on how maybe you think, as women we can do better so that we can have better relations with each other? Is there anything that you can think of that makes our relationship as women better, you understand, amongst each other? Maybe you can also tell us what you think would make our relationship as women better, because women are always in conflicting situations with each
like
other.
you guys need to build trust, number one.
Mm-hmm.
Even if you don't have to be
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
find it in your heart where you put yourself for like, let me just try it out. Because you're not certain about the outcome.
Yeah.
Number one.
Open yourself up to knowing the other woman.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because like immediately when you start opening up to the next person, that person will also respond to you.
Yeah.
So level of respect, that's number two. So you just need to like try to put yourself in a certain way. Let me just try to open up more to D. And then, but about like how open up to just keep your distance.
Yeah.
Because it's nice to keep your distance rather than putting yourself into trouble.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because basadi
Yeah.
one wrong mistake, I don't want to have any because immediately more than favorite although really but we all have that ideal person not for like we're in a bad way, but you're just trying to like open up from no, I'm not feeling fine about
Oh, D, with na kantele and ha ke a rata show. Just try to apologize for everything.
Thing, Kaba side. Re rata gore we love honesty.
Yeah.
But honestly, when we are served the honesty, at times I think it will go with your moods.
Yeah.
Because the moods I get,
naturally. But then you know what, Siamo really hit a nerve there. Who the hell? How did she come here? I'm not ready.
Yeah.
I was not ready. She ambushed me. She was attacking. Mata wang attack. Mata, I'm not attacking you. Honestly, Maloba, when you spoke to me or when you did this, hakarata. You understand? Oh, Mata, wait. Demand onalinyene. Yo.
Hey, exactly.
Like, I love the fact that you touched on that because I want us to talk about the honesty part, you know. I know from experience that I've had a few friends. I'd like to think I'm one person who's honest. I don't like sugarcoating anything. I always want to be straight with you, but I've lost a lot of female friends from being completely honest. Girl, you're so good looking. You know, that guy, hi, I say NFON. She deleted me off of all her social media platforms. She stopped talking to me, but she was talking to everyone else around me, and she'd look at me funny. She like I try me get like a meeting. She'd be like, don't touch me. Like she did some really weird things.
Minus a problem.
You know, and
she was a problem from the start. But she decided to leave you because she was the problem from
Let me tell you something that's weird, right? So after a very long time, I think she lost a lot of friends eventually.
Okay.
And she decided to come back to me and I didn't know how to receive it because I'm like, this is the same person who was saying, don't touch me, you know, and no, I didn't even have the opportunity to have the conversation with her because it was already ruined, you know, and I'm the one who had to come to myself and say, get away from that. You can see that this person is pushing you away. So don't smudge her, you know, just let her be, give her time and stuff like that, you know. So how do you deal with things like that? How am I completely honest with you when I don't know? And sometimes, you know, but I've gotten to a point where you need to understand as a woman that this is something that you're going to be having for most of your life. So you need to be in control of your mood swings. You can't let your mood swings control you. So how do you react to honesty and how honest are you with your friends? Because you're supposed to be, I guess that's the one thing that makes us riska rautwana basadi because we don't know our limits and we don't know when to be honest because somebody will say, you're overstepping my boundaries. You can't be telling me things about my man. I never say anything about your man, you know, but you're the one that's putting boundaries there. So how honest are you and when do you feel like, okay, I've been honest, I did my part, it's time to let this go?
I think you need to just be honest with yourself and just let it go. First of all, you just be honest with yourself. And if people can't receive your honesty and your truth, it's okay. Not everybody's not going to be like accept and appreciate your honesty. And some people, yes, would have a problem with it. Some ladies will have a problem with you being honest. And some lady will be like, the other day, you made an impact in my life. You told me something, you know. I felt like you are attacking me, but then few weeks later, I realized, oh, girl, he was on
Ha go
point.
wrong go
You understand?
kwata.
Yeah.
Ha go wrong
Yes,
go
it's not a
kwata.
problem.
O receive
Ke ne ke
news
kwatile ka nako eo, wa
Yes,
tseba, mara,
yeah.
o no nkutlwise botlhoko because I felt gore no attackile. Le nna as a person o go bolelang nnete, I should come as a person all in ready gore mataka o tla kwata.
How easy is it for
whether it's not gonna be I can one if Bella had to come to you ka kgang e.
Yeah.
Why is it how are you gonna react? So if you take it go for Bella, kids are my clarity preparing you know what? She might flip out, she might appreciate it, she might
That's what I'm
but
saying.
it is what it is. So after some time I let her be more angry after some time and then ke kgona go mo receive gape. I think we should learn to be maybe more sensitive with one another.
Ke batla go kgatalla banna gore no baby o kwatile go shapo so ke nna ke mo diretse phoso but when I make
went with my friend now man
so I can't like relate gore na kwatile ke fetsa go mlela di surprising news emotionally.
So how easy is it for you to go back to a person and say, you know, Dee, I realized that the other day you mentioned something that I didn't like, but I realized that you were only being real with me. How easy is it for you to say, you know, I'm sorry for my reaction the other day, but it's because I didn't want to hear it at that time. So do you ever go back to somebody and say, man, at least,
you know, I would just love to put this one and saying I ke leboga my parents and my families for teaching me to say sorry.
Yes.
Sorry fixes a lot of things and I've made it a norm in my life to say, I'm going to say sorry and ke utlwise botlhoko as kisi. That just as near sorry it fixes everything. So to me, it's quite easy to go back and say, as kisi ke go diretse phoso. Even if I was not aware, but ke a bona gore, to me, I may say something, ke feel gore nna ha se offending, but wena ha se lenda mo go wena se offending. Exactly. But is there any way gore re ka kgona go baakanya basadi ai bathong ai na I don't know
basadi ha ba bakanyege
I don't know bo re na leng bone like with little tribes nyana tse re na leng tsone because but there are a few ladies like you hetsa go confirm gore vele ba teng few ladies ba ileng gore nna ha ke ba itse because when I got it on a personal note, you know, but thing ba ileng gore they are lovely beings. They will make you love the divine feminine energy and they will make you as a woman batla go nna mosadi and long to just be on some music. I embrace being mosadi go monate go nna even in the next lifetime, in my next life ke batla go bua gape ke le mosadi because I believe we are supernatural beings, number one. Number two, we've got the power still when we tap into them as women and we come together as women. I think we could heal our nation at large, you know. And yes, na ke na le hope go na le basadinyana ba ba fiwang go itse ke ba leka bonyane bo ra bo bona ba gaetsho nya must me that hope yo Bluetooth me that hope Bluetooth
I have a weird question that I think I saw even trending on Instagram. It's like a caption and then you post like your video, right? So if we were to host a women's only conference, more Mama Fikeng, right? Would you attend? And tell me why you would attend or why you wouldn't attend. And I'll tell you some of the reasons I've heard. Let's start with you because you're always around women. You wouldn't attend. Why?
Not up for it.
Would you attend?
Now attend.
Okay. Why would you attend?
I would attend. I'll be there. Why is because I would like to put my little home there. And put my little 2 cents envision rona basadi re le ko kae. And I would like Vele to be one of the more platform more paneling, you know, ke be teng ke bue le basadi. And happy I would like to see gore basadi ba ntse young in one room and very powerful influential ladies. I would literally love to have that experience because of some of the other ladies re ba rata hela re ba le ba ntle mo dinepeng mara o tla go kopana le ene yana jo hey aba go fa wa bo I'll save botlhoko o bo I don't know if you always mara maybe Ke shota somewhere. And if I shot this sit, one of the show.
Yeah.
Understand? So I would love to be there. Ke bona gore basadi re tlhoka eng. Ke eng bele re tlhoka gore re polish. Ke eng re kapileng club.
I don't know. Now I want to go to men's conference, guys. I want to go to men's conference.
So you wouldn't go to the women's conference?
To be honest, I feel like I'm too hearted when coming to this one.
Yeah.
I would go, I would not go. Because as women, yeah, can women one thing about men conference, motho wa go tsena aba issue bathong issue ke mo tafoleng. Mongwe o tla ka iphuina ga ene ba go feletsa ba shutse e best ba re etsana. With the women di wa go ntsha opinion ya gage, and then because it's easy ke re filela gore re tsamaya opinion ga di go re tshiamo le brain ba tlile ba tla ka tsabane ha re diretse nna ke rile ke re ha ke na hope mo basading, guys. There's always that. I don't know if I would go or not.
It's a double entendre.
I don't know.
But let me tell you some of the responses that I've heard, right? So I've heard a lot of women say they wouldn't go. The reason being that we claim to go empower each other as women at conferences. Kantiri tlo shaba gore mang wa tere eng, mang o ready wiki ya fake. Mang ibile o ka re o nyetsu itha gore ene ke you know. So these are the responses that I've heard from women, you know, and I'm like, women really don't believe in empowering each other. They believe that even when they're trying to make efforts to empower each other, it's just a shade for them to break each other down. And I would like us to change that narrative. I don't know if re tla nna le conference ya basadi re tla sinka or re kope banna gore
organize as a market.
re kope banna gore re go join re tla go ba wonta ka re go join men's conference
Ba rata go fasa bonena ba bona ba sa dintsi ba boga ba tsena tlhogo. If we try a women's conference, no men.
All right. I think the last thing that we need to talk about, guys, taking care of our bodies. I think this is something that we don't talk about a lot as women. You know, you'll see it more somebody or jimang or somebody or bonesi or whatever, you know. Can we just talk about how to take extra care of our bodies, and how to also make another woman aware that maybe on a certain stage, or maybe how one teddy talk us in, you know. Let's just touch on that. I think this is the closing topic that we're going to talk about, because we're not soft enough with each other, but we're also not hard enough on each other, because women would rather go, you know, instead of saying that, ma'am, I think I picked up a certain kind of odor, and I think you need to take care of it. If you're not doing this so your thoughts on that?
Like I said, it goes back to women and not being able to appreciate and accept honest. I was, you know, that part. Because, I mean, matter. I'll be telling you that it was really true. And then when you would maybe feel for a or I had something, so because when a week it's like maybe it might be a cause of something. I believe before you understand? So you had to deal with that shame only one. So you're then so hey, but if you just say, you know, I don't know. I don't know how we can tackle that. But yeah, honesty, yes, except if we appreciate. Right. Yeah, and then amongst me, I've got a few friends, but I know what I can share such with them to say, but I can very sharp fashion in nice yeah, matter hair, one represent. I think I've got friends, but I know what I'm very much open with them. I know if you can be who is so bomb. My friends be like, yo, matter hair.
So it's all about your tribe.
Yes, so my tribe, I know my tribe. Yeah. My tribe, we're honest.
But you know, sometimes it's also like a stranger, and probably sometimes people are very ignorant. They're not aware of this. You know, maybe something that they came across, and then how can we like designers or something of that sort? How do you approach them and say, hey, Chumi, I think you need to look into using this. I use this, recommend a product before you can even say. Sometimes it's not a matter of you saying it directly as blunt, because you need to consider the fact that I'm not really, I don't really know this person, so maybe I need to just find a way. There might be a problem. Also try using this douche, or try using this soap, or at least maybe try and go to the doctor and find out about 1, 2, 3, or there's a pamphlet about 1, 2, 3 that I can give you, So how do you approach it if it's a complete stranger? Never mind your close friends. Your close friends, you'll always be comfortable with telling them.
Honestly speaking, Dean, like it's haba. Yeah.
So you wouldn't say it.
It's haba, but if you know, it's haba who fitla to that. Harry boy now kabuming for the eating. Like how long when I get some alone, I get one. I get to me. I go back and I go back. That I will do. I can see why I get that person I did marry. Yeah,
Like I had in a word.
Yeah.
Because and like hake but what by in a like
Fragile way.
Yeah.
in a pleasant way.
Yeah.
But like I don't know
Yeah.
but there's a certain old thing and it's not giving the vibe.
Yeah.
And I've one told my friend like that, and like my friends are like, don't what it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, but and also like I know a girl who people used to talk about, and I didn't know her. Like I'm not in close proximity with her. However, it's somebody that I know, maybe Udula Mostrateng. And I said to her that, ma'am, I've heard stories tsa gore eng le eng. Gore stories tsa go go mang, it doesn't really matter.
Yes.
But please look into either the people you're sleeping with, or your diet, or just, changing the products that you use for your body, because this is apparently something that a lot of people are talking about. And I don't think it would be pleasant hearing about yourself for a khatowang, and obviously she was shocked because we're not close, but at the same time, I think she was able to, at least take it, okay, also advice or something. And I think that's something that us as women, we really, we don't think about it as something that's going to have a good income. We don't think of it as something that's going to have a good outcome. We think of it rather as something that's,
That's what I'm saying. We need to heal perspective. Because I think maybe that way, one day at a time, by learning how to approach, manner of approach of how to say certain things to people, And if I meet up maybe with a stranger and I feel like, I need to intervene in giving help, information, or advice.
Yeah.
So I will tap into it in this particular way, in a casual way.
So clearly, I don't see anything that's complicit. Women love each other, but they fight a lot.
Yeah.
Yes. So you guys maybe can share your social media handles and tell us where we can find you on the socials.
Okay, I can start. You can catch me on Facebook at Rotavile Brian, and on Instagram I'm Rotavile Matli. Thank you.
Yes. Oh yes, you can get me go Facebook, Tiamo Masingwaneng Lepere, TikTok, Tia_Afro, Instagram, Tia_Afro, Tiamo.
Sure, guys, it's that girl again, the dark and beautiful Bella. But anyways, Instagram, Facebook, everywhere. I'm just the Christabella Liseka. And you should tune into my radio. You'll probably know where you can get me. NWFM 105.5.
Yes. All right. That's how we ended. These black women are really angry, of course. Catch us on the next episode. D with an exclamation mark, no double E's, every day, all day, the whole day. Signing out. Until next time. Galerate.